Another beautiful day here in Medicine Hat. It is slightly overcast, a little bit of wind, and the sun is shining, so it's pretty much perfect weather to be out biking. The sun's giving you some nice heat, the wind's taking it off, and yeah, it's just another beautiful day to be outside. So today we're gonna be doing a trail. I don't actually know the name of it. It basically falls beside the river and the pathway that falls along the river. So we're starting at the boat launch here. We're gonna work our way in towards town. It's a trail that's been around for as long as I can remember. And I don't know if it actually has a name or not. So that's kind of fun. So yeah, we go along the paved path with some fun little offshoots. Woo! It's always a fun one. So this is kind of our entry up to the pathway. And it's just one of those paths that kind of got developed from people walking it, biking it, and now it's just a full-blown pathway. And again, I don't think it has a name. So this is Strachcona Park, so we'll call it the Strachcona Park Trail. So here's our entry to dirt. And again, this path gets ridden a lot, so it's actually a fairly packed dirt trail. It's got some pretty good clearances on it. A couple low-hanging trees, you know, it is natural trail, so stuff may change depending on storms and whatnot. But it's got some fun whoops in it. Little valley there. And since it does get walked on, biked on quite often, it actually stays open in really good condition. And that's new. So that's what I mean by trail conditions may change. Don't know exactly where this one fell off from, but that's new since last time I rode it. So it looks like we have a little bit of a hazard detour here. And back down the other side. So always be careful with trails. If you're gonna ride them fast, at least pre-ride them once at a slower speed, just to see if anything's changed. Then over on our left is the walking trail there. And this is where some other trees have fallen, but people made a path over them with dirt. Quite a flowy trail through here too. All the corners are fairly well developed. Then we do have beach access there. Cross a little bridge. Nice big berm corners. Big for being a flat prairie trail. Woo! Another hazard on our right. Then there's a bit of a sand area. So again, someone laid down a nice little bridge. Or you can challenge yourself and go through the sand. Depends on what your preference is. And it's just a beautiful trail going down through basically a nice long grass, trees, river on your one side. Doesn't get much better than this. And it's basically in the middle of the city, which makes it close and accessible for everyone. Another fallen tree obstacle with homemade bridge. And there is a lot of outshoots that will take you back up to the path. So you can kind of hop on, hop off wherever you want. Depends on your riding style and who you're with and where you want to go. It's also nice that if you did have a breakdown or something, you could easily get off the trail. Oh. And the way I'm going now, I believe is a slight uphill direction. And it seems to be the direction that I normally travel, just the way I kind of bike around the city. For some reason, always end up going boat launch to towards the downtown area. Nice little open part, a little bit higher speed section, and then kick out back to the riverfront. There we go. Nice view of the river, nice little place to get down, dip your toes in if you want to cool off. Back through the tight. Oh, looks like there was a fire there at some point. Again, it's been a couple weeks since I've been down here. Looks like a lot's changed. And then the exit. Oh, fire comes up this quick. Then we have a big climb out. So we got the main part there. And then second part of the climb up. And we end up just right behind the baseball diamond. Since this here is a short trail, we're gonna head back down the other way as well. Kind of do the, I wanna kind of the downhill run. It's not really downhill, but I think it's a slight gradient down. Nonetheless, if you're coming from the baseball side, watch for the bench here, because that's basically right where the turn is off to go down our trail. So then here we have kind of a drop-in entrance. Again, it does get tight quite quick, so control your speed on the descent here. Watch out for them tree branches. And then we are rolling. And we got a couple tight trees. And we're back to a little bit of wide open here. Again, this is another trail. It seems like a lot of trails in this hand are good for all riding styles and ages, different levels. Again, this is one you can take nice and slow. You don't have anything super dangerous. If you're a more skilled rider, you can definitely come down here and see what kind of times you can get from one side to another. Time yourself, you know, just try to get some good speed, some good, nice, flowy runs through it. Or if you're really casual, come down and have a picnic. Whatever you would like to do. Yeah, I definitely feel like this is more downhill. It already feels like it. I'm definitely pedaling a lot less. So that's the other thing. Preference, if you like the one way or another, you can easily take that paved pathway back up and around and just kind of loop this as much as you wanted if you didn't want to go both ways on it. But do be cautious because it is a two-way trail. People do walk their dogs along it, other people do bike along it, so just caution there. That's with most of the trails I ride, is a lot of them are two-way. Up over the log. Also cautious around here when it's raining. A lot of runoff does come down this way. So these trails get really mucky quick. So if it's wet, stay off it just so you don't rut it up. And they do dry pretty quick around here too. So that's really nice. There was a log really close to the path there, I almost nicked with my foot. Other caution, watch more than just the trail, watch what's beside the trails too. All right, so sandy bed, let's go through the sand. Ooh, oh, she's loose. Probably about an inch and a half of loose sand on that piece. So definitely a little bit of a challenge. Let your tires dig in, just make sure your front one doesn't dig and stick. Back to the fun berms, across the wood bridge, back onto the trail, not the beach. There we go, now we're back into the little bit tighter, windier section. Make sure you don't get too close to those trees, the handlebar's a little close. Back to the falling over. Yeah, this is such a fun trail to walk, but to rock. Log. Oh, right. This is our hazard. I'm not in gear to climb this. Looks like someone is starting to stack this to make this a ride over trail, which is good. I still wouldn't quite ride over it yet. I mean, you don't really have a good entrance from that side. This side you're a little better, and it's still really loose log. So I think once it gets packed in there, some more dirt, debris, those kind of things, it gets ridden, should be good up and over. All right, drop that in. That means if we're there already, we're almost done. I always forget how short this trail feels. Big whoop. Drop down. No overhang, watch your head. Last little valley. And it pops us right back out. Perfect, that's a fun trail. Been riding that one years on end since I was a little kid. That was one of probably the first trails I really rocked around here, was that one. And I'm glad to see it's still around, because I've seen trails get shut down when they're in a more public area like this. But nonetheless, come to Strachcona, check it out. I'll mark it on the map here, just so you can kind of see where it starts and where it ends at. Again, if you come from the boat launch, can't miss, you can run straight on. If you come from the baseball diamond side, at that bench is where you're going to want to drop into it. So on that, we'll see you next time.